Okay, go ahead. Questions for Steve?
Steve, can you talk about at times in the game Saturday, the defense's inability to get off the field and stop them from assembling these long drives, 8, 10, 12, 14 plays? What do you think what was happening there?
We just couldn't get off the field on third down. It was a lot of routes coming at the sticks, and we just wasn't disciplined to stay at the sticks to make the plays. And it hurt us, and they, continued to drive, and they kept chipping us, 5 yards here, 3 yards there, and then, first down. And it hurt us a lot, and it made us a little bit tired, and we got fatigued out there, and after a while, when you get tired, your mental ability just started affects that, and we were just out of it. We just got to play better than we did, against Nevada, because we wasn't running around like we were supposed to, and we had like a lot of plays, like 98 plays. As a defense, you definitely don't want to do that.
Was that a function of their style of offense more than anything else?
Yeah, after a while, it's like a trick play every play, and you gotta be disciplined and stay in your gaps and, read your keys, and if you don't, you will get beat, and that's what happened. They scored, we went up 14-0 because we wasn't being disciplined and staying in our gaps, and we wasn't reading our keys. And that's just what happened when you don't read your keys and play assignment football.
How would you say the team's responding to this type of a tough loss? Is there any dissension? Is there frustration, anger? What's going on?
Yeah, definitely anger, because last time I remember losing the first game, I don't remember, because it don't happen here, and it sucks. It makes you want to go work hard, and I think we'll bounce back. And we had a lot of good things happen on Saturday, but it didn't come out with a victory, and that's what you really want, So I think we're gonna get back to drawing board, and I think we're gonna come out and fight as a team this next game.
Steve, do you have to avoid sort of looking at the big schedule and starting to say, oh, we're going to get this, we're going to get that, that'll be hard, and panicking a little bit because game one didn't go well?
Yeah, you gotta not, one day at a time, and take on, Wednesday, tomorrow, and Thursday, and then one day at a time, and you just prepare for Southern Utah, and then after that you think about the next team, because if you get ahead, then you might look past the team that we're playing this weekend. You don't want that. You don't want the same results as Saturday. So we definitely got to go out there and focus and try to win during practice.
So no one's peeking ahead to Ohio State at this point, huh?
I don't think we should at this point.
Have you had a chance to look at Southern Utah's receivers yet, and how would you describe them?
The receivers, they got some bigger guys, not that fast, but they got a pretty good quarterback that that we should take serious. Like he's the NFL draft pick, I heard, and you just gotta go out there and read your keys and do your assignment, and I think we'll be fine. We should definitely run over these guys and come out with a victory.
The ball was on the ground a lot. Coach said there were 6 fumbles. How do you guys go about better attacking those loose balls?
Yeah, sometimes you think about it as luck, but sometimes you just gotta get the ball. Like, if we can get the ball and help out the offense with field position, that'll be a lot. And that'll be a key piece to helping us score and stay off the field as a defense. We can get off the field if we can get the fumbles or any type of turnover. Like, would be helpful. Just to get some rest and let the offense, work on the defense, the opposing defense.
The DBs were in position to make a lot of plays all game. You're right in the neighborhood, even on completions. What will it take to play the ball a little bit more, maybe come up with some interceptions?
We just gotta practice it, and the more you practice it, the more it becomes second nature, and then you make the plays in the game. But we just gotta get back to doing what we do, and working drills and doing the things get our hand placement right, and I think we'll be okay. Because we
mentioned 98 plays by the Nevada offense. Do you ever remember playing in a game where the other team had that many snaps?
I never played in a game with 98 snaps ever in my life. Not here, not in high school. I just never saw that many plays. But I mean, I didn't feel it because I mean, it was the first game. I was really fresh, and I could definitely run, you know, better than if it was late in the season. But we definitely can't do that. Not this season again. We can't do it again because it's just it'll beat us up too much.
Is some of that a function of two teams running no huddles? So there's going to be more plays because you're getting snaps in quicker.
I don't know. I mean, because we played Oregon and they, you know, they high tempo, but we didn't have that many plays, and you know, it wasn't that many plays, and we wasn't that tired. But we just gotta, you know, find a way to play better defense and do what we do better